challenge.
Revive me now.
This is what I do.
I can fight.
I'm down!
Revive me.
Medic down.
Lack of skill is obvious.
Today I'm playing a free-to-play third-person shooter called Rogue Company that I have covered before on my channel. I wanted to go back into this game and see how the game is doing now in 2023, about 3 years after release. Yes, Rogue Company was released in September 2020, being played as I'm doing here on the Epic Games launcher, and about 1 year later also released on Steam. The game can be played on PC apparently, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and it's also crossplay. The gameplay you're watching here is PC, and I'm playing also using the Epic Games launcher. The game is developed by First Watch Games and published by Hi-Rez Studios, and maybe there's a bell ringing right now, since Hi-Rez are the ones behind Paladins that I've also played and covered quite recently on my channel. It might therefore not come as a surprise that Rogue Company is a hero shooter, kind of, meaning that the different characters in the game that are called agents or rogues has certain abilities. Since the game landed on Steam, it has mostly positive reviews over there, and I thought we'd take a look into what people say about the game alongside with my own experiences, of course. Starting with the plus side of things, players are saying that it's a solid game, that it's both competitive and chill at the same time, and I can agree upon that. You are able to play ranked and sweat a bit more if you want to, if you unlock that possibility, alongside with a more social playlist, you might say. And I believe that's important since players need the variation, or some guys tend to stick more to casual and some more towards competitive, as we've seen in other shooters with similar options and playlists. One guy in the Steam review section are mentioning the fact that you gotta reach a certain level before playing PvP, which is great because it allows you to figure out the characters and what they bring to the table. And it's not a bad thing or feature at all. And that was something a bit more common in some older games that I played, at least compared to newer ones, and it's not a bad idea as said before. Seems as if more than one at least also believes that the overall movement in the game alongside with the shooting, the gunplay, feels pretty smooth, and that the map design are fair in general, meaning that it also encourages some interest in gunplay. The characters are not too strong or overpowered either when it comes to their abilities, and I agree upon that, or with that, when it comes to my own experiences of Rogue Company. I do like the movement and I do like the gunplay. I played quite a few third-person shooters through the years, and Rogue Company is placing pretty high compared to some other titles I've played. There's of course more review comments, but I thought we would also talk about some stuff that people are mentioning when it comes to the negative side of things regarding Rogue Company. One thing that I've experienced myself is that the matchmaking can become quite one-sided once in a while. It depends a bit on what game mode you're playing, but during the hours I played, I got into teams that almost demolished the other team and vice versa. It's more often I had one of these experiences instead of getting a match that becomes a close win or loss. I'm therefore not sure exactly how the matchmaking system works in Rogue Company, since it doesn't seem to care so much about ranks and also don't seem to rely on any skill-based matchmaking either. I'm not saying that I would prefer that, meaning skill-based matchmaking, but I'm just curious since most of the time it was a big win or a big loss when ending the matches. Let me know what you think as well in the comments. We talked a bit about performance earlier, and there are complaints when it comes to servers. Some guys do believe that it needs a lot more polishing. This is something I don't really have experience, but on the other hand, I haven't played the game that much. There's also been criticism made against the devs when it comes to players not being punished when exploiting or cheating in the game. It doesn't seem to be a sufficient report system in the game, and if I'm gonna believe what people are saying here, not enough incentive from the devs to actually do more about this problem. One guy recommended that they would implement Smite's report system, so you do get notified when action has been taken, actually been taken against cheaters. Since I don't play Rogue Company on a regular basis, I can't really say so much more about it when it comes to my own preferences, since I've hardly met any cheaters in the game. At least not what I'm aware of, at least not from what I can tell. But that doesn't mean, of course, that they are not there, unfortunately. By the way, all rogues, meaning the agents, can be unlocked for free and come with additional free rewards that you can collect just by playing the game. So therefore I wouldn't say it's pay to win, although some rogues are locked behind paywalls. When you play Rogue Company, meaning during each match you'll earn cash to spend in the game store, so you can then choose your approach for each round. If you want to buy a sword, a katana, a sniper rifle, an SMG or something else. And same goes with high-tech gadgets. If you've been playing other shooters through the years, you'll recognize most of the game modes, although they might have been named different. In Rogue Company you're able to play 4v4 or 6v6 game modes, controlling the point in King of the Hill, or Fight to Survive in Strikeout, which is the game mode I'm foremost playing in this video, I believe, or Plant and Defuse Bombs in Demolition. And as mentioned earlier, you can join the ranked queue to show off your skills when it comes to competitive gameplay, or play a bit more casual in a rotating limited time mode that shows up once in a while. So there's quite some to choose from. But is the game populated still? Meaning, will you find matches and full lobbies in 2023? I was recording my gameplay mostly during noon or in the afternoon, Central European time, since I do live in Sweden, and I didn't have to wait for long until I was able to join a lobby. I thought though that we might take a quick look into the Steam charts to get a hint at least when it comes to player count in Rogue Company. And it seems as if there's some pretty stable numbers for the last 3 months at least, meaning around 850 players on average and around 1500 players on peak. Remember though that this doesn't show the console stats or the Epic Games Launcher players, so there's definitely more players than that. Is that healthy numbers in 2023 around 3 years after launch? Well, for a free-to-play title it's not that bad. And I say that since I've been making quite a lot of videos like this, going back to games I've played before, and some games are struggling really hard to keep just around like 400 players or less on average. So again, it could be worse, definitely. The question though is also if there are enough updates and new content added into the game to please the already small but existing community around Rogue Company, but also maybe attract some new players. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. So, how is Rogue Company doing in 2023? From my perspective of being an experienced FPS gamer, although I haven't been playing a crazy amount of hours when it comes to Rogue Company, this game definitely has its moments. And I did have fun playing most matches I got into, even though the teams often weren't that balanced. It is free to play and crossplay, so it also increases your possibilities to maybe play with a friend or two. The player count isn't amazing, but not bad either, since a lot of FPS games nowadays, with a few exceptions, are struggling to keep their audience, meaning giving their communities enough content to keep them engaged for a long time. Alongside with also fixing their games to perform even better, or taking care of the ones that aren't playing fair, meaning cheaters. Everything has to be in place, otherwise people will eventually find another game to play. Are you one of those guys that have been playing Rogue Company, or are you still playing the game in 2023? Let me know in the comments, since I enjoy reading your comments and also answer them if I can. With that said, thanks a lot for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more FPS gaming videos on my channel similar to this, then feel free to subscribe and hit that bell icon as well, so you don't miss out when I'm posting another video on my channel. So with that said, my friends, have a great and beautiful day, and talk to you later. Bye.